Hare Krishna. The Gita is not just literal, it's also literary. When thoughtful people study ancient books of wisdom, they often have this question, do you take all this literally? Now there is one extreme of thought which tries to reject all literal meaning and take only some non-literal, metaphorical or symbolic kind of meanings. So, and this approach has been applied to the Gita also, where some people say that the whole battlefield setting is simply symbolic. But just as there is a danger of taking everything non-literally, and the other extreme, there is the danger of taking everything literally. Certainly the Gita talks about historical truths and it talks about events that happened in the past. So in that sense, in the sense of it being a historical conversation during a historical battle, it's literal. But within its message, it's a literary message. Krishna has spoken the Bhagavad-gita as a song. Now, the Gita being literary means that it uses the tools of the literary genre. So, for example, in poems, one genre, that is one particular ornament, which is called a literary device, in Sanskrit it is called as alankar. One alankar, one literary ornament that is used is metaphor. So metaphor basically involves directly equating two things which are actually essentially different. So for example, if somebody comes after going through a very crowded train, and then they say, oh, that train ride was hell. Now the train ride was not actually hell. Hell is somewhere else entirely. But in terms of experience, to convey how difficult, how distressing that experience was, they may say that that was hell. So similarly, now the Bhagavad-gita also uses non-literal, and sometimes the non-literal, if it is taken literally, it can actually go against the literal meaning given elsewhere. So in 16.21, the Gita states, Trividham narkasyedam dwaram nashanam atmanah kamah krodhas tatha lobhas tasmadetattrayam tejet. So here Krishna says, Trividham, there are three. Narkasyedam dwaram, there are three gates to hell. Dwar, nashanam atmanah, these destroy the soul. And what are these three? Kamah, krodhas tatha lobhas, lust, anger and greed. Tasmadetat trayam teje, therefore give up these three. So here Krishna uses a very striking word, nashanam atmanah, that is destroy the soul. Now, one of the fundamental teachings of the Gita is that the soul is indestructible. In fact, Krishna himself has reiterated this again and again in the second chapter of the Gita, and explicitly states this in 2.17 when he says, Avinashi tu tadvidhi yena sarvamidam tatam vinasham avyayasyasya na kaschit kartum arhati. So twice he uses in the same verse the word vinasha, and he says, Avinashi, the soul cannot be destroyed. Na vinasha, no one can destroy it. So after speaking like this twice, is Krishna contradicting himself now in the 16th chapter when he is saying nashanam that lust, anger, greed destroy the soul? No, Krishna is not, because the same Gita in the 2 chapters later, in the 18th chapter, again reiterates the teaching that the soul is indestructible. In 18.20 it states that sarvabhuteshu yenaikam bhavam avyayam ikshate avibhaktam vibhakteshu tajjnanam viddhi satvikam. That knowledge in sattva-guna, the person in knowledge, they see that there is the imperishable spirit existing in all living beings. This means that they see essentially that the soul is indestructible, and that means the soul's indestructibility is again reiterated. So then what is going on in 16.21 when Krishna says Dwaram Nashanam Atmanah? Says what it is, it's actually non-literal usage. Krishna is telling that lust, anger and greed, these are materialistic drives, and they inundate our consciousness and matter. Our desires, our actions, they get caught in the world of matter, and thus we lose the opportunity for spiritual realization. We become, our spiritual awareness gets deadened by indulgence in lust, anger, greed. So here, Nashanam the destroyer of the soul, this is used in not in a literal sense, but in a literary sense. It is a metaphorical usage which, if we take literally, then it will contradict the literal meaning of the Gita. So therefore, what we need to do is have a nuanced approach in studying the Gita. And when with such a nuanced, thoughtful approach, then we will be enriched by discovering many, many layers and levels in the Gita's boundless wisdom. Thank you. Hare Krishna.